What is up, and welcome to a American Thanksgiving Thursday here on the Squeeze video version. Happy Thanksgiving to all the American viewers out there, even though here in Canada we had our Thanksgiving like a month ago, and to have it this late in November and on a Thursday doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it does mean football, so thank you for that. Firstly, so yesterday was a bit of a weird day. We did the Canada-themed version, and so we ended up finishing 1-0-2. So we won. The Leafs and the Devils went under 6.5 goals. We hit that one easily, which was great. Team Canada in soccer, we had them +1, so that was a push there. And then the Raptors, if you follow me on Twitter, we did cash that out. Before the start of the game, they announced that Scotty Barnes and Fred VanVleet were out with injury, and at that point, they were without VanVleet, Barnes, Siakam, Achua, Banton. I didn't want any part of that, so we cashed that out. Raptors did end up losing, so hopefully you follow me on Twitter, @TylerConium, to get that. So a 1-0-2 day, completely flat day there. So on the week, we are 3-3-2, and we're down 0.91 units. So we're going to try to get it back here on a Thanksgiving Thursday. There's no games in the NBA today, so we're obviously not betting basketball. So where do we start? Let's start with the NFL. That's why I've got the Patriots jersey on. If you followed the Squeeze written version for a while, you know that I'm a big fan of teasers, even though they don't seem to work out too well for me. So a teaser, we talked about it this week. You bring a total up, you bring a total down, and you play around with it. So I've got a teaser here, a plus 151 teaser for all three football games today. And here's what we've got. We've got the Bills -6.5. We've got the Giants +17.5, and the Patriots at +14.5. Again, that is a plus 151 teaser. The normal odds, the Bills are 9.5-point favorites. We've brought that down to 6.5. The Giants are +10. We've brought that up to +14.5, and the Patriots are +3. And we have brought that up to +14.5. Sorry, the Giants are +17.5. So we're covering a lot of bases there. I like the odds on that. Bills, I think, are going to win this football game easily. They're playing the Detroit Lions. They're on the road there. Let's have a look. The last few times that they have played, Buffalo has won 3 of the last 4 times, and they've won the last 3 straight. They actually haven't lost to the Detroit Lions since 2006. They only play every 4 years, so that's why that is. But Buffalo has won every single game there. I think they're just, going to really probably run over the Detroit Lions here today. They beat Cleveland last week, but they're coming off 2 losses from that. And I don't know if they're going to lose again as they head towards the playoffs. They really need to get it together to have a shot at home field advantage going into the AFC. So I think Buffalo by a touchdown is great. We've got the New York Giants at +17.5, so they're at Dallas. Dallas just destroyed the Minnesota Vikings. They beat them 40-3. I think that's a little bit more unlikely today, even though both teams are actually 7-3 against the spread. So Dallas has been covering the spread. Both teams have an identical 7-3 record. Both teams are 7-3 against the spread. Giants are actually one of the best teams against the spread, which would mean that the Dallas Cowboys are as well. But I just don't think this is going to be a blowout. The last time these two teams played, which was in September, Dallas won 23-16. Last year, Dallas won 21-6. The last time before that, they did win 44-20. But then before that, the Giants won, Dallas 37-34. When they beat the Giants, they don't beat them that badly, so I think having them +17.5, it's Thanksgiving Thursday. The Giants are going to come into this game pumped up, and they're looking to make the playoffs, obviously, at 7-3. So there's a lot more on the line here. So even a 10-point, anytime there's a primetime game and anything more than 10 points on a spread, I don't love that. I think that's it's a bit much. So I don't foresee that happening. And then the last one, we've got the Patriots at +14.5. They're playing the Minnesota Vikings. Look, it's Bill Belichick, it's Thanksgiving, and it's the night game. So this is the primetime game. And for the Patriots to lose by more than 2 touchdowns tonight against the Vikings, I just don't see it happening. The Patriots are 6-3 against the spread this year. They're 6-4. Yes, the Minnesota Vikings are 8-2, probably one of the more surprising records in the NFL this season. But I just can't see a way that Bill Belichick loses by more than 2 touchdowns on Thanksgiving. The last 4 times these teams have played, New England's won all 4 of them. Now, again, this dates back to 2006. They only play every 4 years. So the last 4 times they have played, Tom Brady's been the starting quarterback. So there's a little bit to look at there. But Patriots are 7-0 in their last 7 against the spread. They're 3-0 against the spread against a team with a winning record. And the Patriots are 4-0 in their last 4 meetings here against Vikings, and under is 5-1 the last 6 times they've played. When you have an underscore, obviously your spread's not going to be that big. So again, we get the advantage of the teaser where we're able to take that spread, put it all the way up to 14.5. So do the Patriots lose by more than 2 touchdowns? I don't see it happening. The Giants get blown out by more than 2 touchdowns and a field goal. I don't see it happening. I do see the Bills, the first game of today, winning pretty big. I think they're going to win by more than a touchdown. So Bills minus 6.5, Giants plus 17.5, Patriots plus 14.5. That's plus 151 at FanDuel. The other two, I'm not going to give you too much analysis on this. These are a little bit more just quick, fun things to do on a Thanksgiving Thursday. I've got a little parlay, a Stephon Diggs touchdown and a Bills win. That's plus 100 over at FanDuel. Stephon Diggs he scored a touchdown last week. He went 2 games without one, and then before that he had 3 straight. He's got 8 touchdowns on the season, so I like the chances again of Buffalo having a big game today against the Detroit Lions, and Josh Allen I think is going to be throwing the football a lot, especially in the early going. So I like Diggs to get a touchdown and for the Buffalo Bills just to win the game. Again, that's plus 100 at FanDuel. And our last bet of the day is for a half a unit. We've got to get a World Cup bet in yet, even though I haven't won one yet. We tied the Canada one yesterday. But we've got a little same game parlay going. This is again at FanDuel. This is for the Brazil and Serbia game, the most exciting game of the day. I'm really looking forward to that. This is the 2 o'clock game. We've got Brazil to win the game. We've got there to be more than 1.5 goals scored, Brazil to get 5 or more shots, and for Serbia to get 3 or more shots. I think this game might be a little bit closer than people think. Serbia is a good soccer team. Brazil is the odds-on favorites to win. That's who I think is going to win the World Cup. So I do think they win this game, but I do think it'll be a bit closer. So Brazil money line, over 1.5 goals, 5 or more shots for Brazil, 3 or more shots for Serbia. That is a plus 204 on FanDuel, and that is for half a unit. So happy Turkey Day. Enjoy your football. Enjoy your sports. Drop a comment if you plan to fade or follow. Follow me on Twitter at Tyler Conium. Probably won't be posting any quick hits today, but we can follow along with these games that I'm very excited about. And let's talk sports.